परमसपरिवेशोत्र श्रीमद इज्रांगेस्य भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्लोकपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की नामाचार्य ठाकुर की षड्गो स्वामी प्रभु की प्रेम सकोष्ठी कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपकुपिना राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की नवदीप महापुर धाम की गंगा मयमय कावेरी माय की वृंदे तुलसी नारायण की जय समभक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण चंद्र की श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की श्री श्री गौरताय की श्री श्रीनिवास गोविंदा की श्री श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव की श्रीमद् भागवतम की ताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome to all. So today we'll be discussing second chapter of the second canto, titled Lord in the Heart. This chapters and all technical subject, particularly the second canto, is already explained. It's a little tough chapter. So all are technical, even translation, if you go through, all technical words are used. It's very difficult to understand. So nevertheless, we'll try our best to understand. In the previous chapter, Shukadeva Goswami explains about Virat Rupa of the Lord. Those who are not devotees, for them it is recommended to meditate upon Virat Rupa form of the Lord. So in this chapter, Shukadeva Goswami continues to explain about Virat Rupa, also Paramatma, feature of the Lord, and also Bhagavan, feature of the Lord. So one may ask question that is there anyone who achieved some success by meditating upon Virat Rupa of the Lord? So Shukadeva Goswami begins this chapter, Lord Brahma, even before creation, he meditated upon the Virat Rupa of the Lord to regain his consciousness. He has forgotten about his position. So he had to meditate upon the Virat Rupa of the Lord to regain his consciousness. And he created this universe, this world. So although Brahma is exalted personality, nevertheless, even he can forget about his own position, his relationship with the Lord. Every jiva has got a relationship with the Lord. Now we have forgotten that relationship. How to revive that relationship? One has to meditate upon the form of the Lord or Virat Rupa, or by chanting, because we have got a bona fide spiritual master like Prabhupada. Because of his mercy, we are able to remember, at least chant the name of Lord. So in one sense, we are more fortunate than Lord Brahma, because Brahma didn't have anybody in the beginning. He had to meditate upon the Virat Rupa to regain his consciousness. Whereas we are so blessed, Krishna has blessed us to give a bona fide spiritual master like Prabhupada. By his mercy, we are able to chant and we are able to think of the Lord. at least in some sense, we are able to chant, go visit temple of Krishna, render some service to the Lord. In that way, we are more blessed, more fortunate than Lord Brahma before creation. So, in this chapter, Shukadeva Goswami explains about how the Karma Kanda portion of the Vedas is rejected by intelligent class people. Because Parikshit Maharaj asked question to Shukadeva Goswami in the previous chapter, what is the duty of a dying man? What he should hear, chant, remember, and what he should not do? What is the duty of a dying man? What he should do, what he should not do? So some sages might recommend that Parikshit Maharaj should accept Karma Kanda portion of the Vedas because it's approved in the Vedas. The last stage, we should perform some sacrifice and go to heavenly planet and enjoy for a long period of time. So some sages might recommend this process. So understanding this, Shukadeva Goswami started explaining how this Karma Kanda portion of the Vedas is rejected and the path of liberation is glorified. And second section, this is the first section. Second section, there are two kinds of yogis. One who's detached or one who's advanced in yoga practice. He concentrates his mind upon the super soul, the Paramatma feature of the Lord, and attain liberation directly. Those who are advanced yogis, they meditate upon the transcendental feature of the Paramatma feature of the Lord, transcendental form of the Lord, who is seated in our heart. By fixing their mind and meditating upon the form of the Lord, they get liberation directly. This is one kind of yogis. They're called advanced yogis or detached yogis. And another kind of yogi, those who are not advanced, who are attached, those who are not devotees, they meditate upon Virat Rupa of the Lord. Virat Rupa, the universal form of the Lord. And how they gain liberation. Even they also attain liberation, but they attain liberation gradually. Step by step they go. Whereas one who meditate upon the Paramatma feature, he immediately attain liberation. But one who meditate on Virat Rupa, he also attain liberation, but takes long time, long process, gradually, called Krama Mukti. Then finally he concludes, Shukadeva Goswami. So among this practice, Karma Kanda or meditating upon Paramatma feature or meditating on Virat Rupa, among all the path of Bhakti Yoga is the best. The path of Bhakti Yoga, Sadhana Bhakti is the best among all. Simply by practicing the Sadhana Bhakti, one can immediately go back home, back to Godhead. So this is his conclusion in this chapter. Because Parikshit Maharaj asked the question, what's the duty of a person who is about to die? What he should chant, hear, remember, and what he should not do. So already we have Shukadeva Goswami explained about what he should remember, chant, and worship. Again, he reiterates in this chapter also. So let's see. In this beginning itself, this beginning of the chapter, Shukadeva Goswami says, the intelligent class of people, they reject karma kanda portion of the yogas. Why? Because the karma kanda portion of the this one, flowery words of the Vedas, so bewildering, it misleads the people. The less intelligent people are enamored, attracted by the flowery words of the Vedas, so that they can go to heavenly planet, enjoy heavenly pleasure, But actually, no one can enjoy real happiness in the heavenly planets also. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Yamima Pushpidam Vacham Pravadanti Vipaschata Vedavata Arthapartha Nanyat Astiti Vadina Kamatma Kamatmana Swargapara Janma Karma Falapradan Kriya Vishesha Bhavalan Bhogashwari Gatim Prati. The men of small intelligence are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend to perform various kinds of sacrifices for the elevation of higher planets, heavenly planets, where one can take a good birth in a good opulent family, enjoy sense gratification, power, one can have strong power, material power. And the foolish people, those who are captivated by this, they think this is ultimate life. They are so attached to sense gratification, opulent life, and they come to the conclusion there is no life beyond this. This is the ultimate goal of life. That somehow I should perform sacrifice and elevate myself to the higher planets and enjoy sense gratification, enjoy opulent life. We can see typically even in this material world, everyone is planning to become happy, plan after plan. So many plans everyone is making in order to be happy. But nobody can be happy. Even Prahlad Maharaja prayed to Lord Narsimha. My dear Lord Narsimha, I am always happy because I always chant your glories, always remember you. At the same time, I am always unhappy. Why? When I see these fools who are making elaborate plans in order to enjoy in this world, they are making plan after plan to enjoy in terms of family, wife, children, friends, and relatives. But actually, they cannot be happy, but they are making plan after plan. Therefore, they are called Vimudas, special fools. I feel concerned for them. I feel sorry for them because they cannot. Nobody can be happy in this material world. Whereas birth, old age, disease, and death. Even one goes to higher planets, still he has to die. Still he has to die. Therefore, no one can lead happy life eternally in any of the planets. One can go to Brahmaloka. Even he has to die. He may enjoy long life in Brahmaloka, but even he has to die. Brahma has to die. Therefore, no one can live happily in this material world. But the Vedas are so enticing, and people, those who are not intelligent, they are simply carried away by this Vedas. Therefore, Shukadeva Goswami wanted to say to Parikshit that don't be carried away by this Vedas. No intelligent person will perform this karma kanda portion and go to heavenly planets to enjoy because it's a temporary. Even when we see the Brahmanas who are performing sacrifice, when Krishna and Balarama, along with his friends, they were in their forest, they told the friends came and asked, "Oh Krishna and Balarama, we are feeling hungry. Can you do something?" Then Krishna told the boys, "Please go and ask the Brahmanas who are performing sacrifice. You ask on behalf of us, get some food." The boys went and asked, started glorifying the Brahmanas. "Oh Brahmanas, your earthly gods, you are so great that Krishna and Balarama are nearby forest. They have come here along with the cows and his friends. They are feeling hungry. They sent us to get some food. Kindly can give some food." The Brahmanas did not care, did not pay any attention. Neither they gave a glass of water. The boys were very upset. They were not received properly. So they went back to Krishna and said, "My dear Krishna, we have not been treated properly. We have not been offered even a glass of water. They did not even speak to us." So Krishna said, "Don't worry, you go and we are all beggars. So our duty to beg. People may give, may not give. That is their choice. So you don't worry. You should go to their wives. They are very much devoted to me. They are very much attached to me. You go and ask them. They will give." So the boys went to the Brahmana's wife. So they explained that Krishna and Balarama are there in the forest, not very far from here. They are feeling hungry. They sent us to get some food. The moment the woman, the wife of the Brahmanas, heard this, that Krishna and Balarama have come, because they have been meditating upon Krishna for a long period of time and never seen. No, they got the golden opportunity. So they want to go and meet personally. So they took all the sweets and the whatever food they have made for sacrifice. They packed everything, and they were going. All the family members came and stopped. They said, "No, please don't stop. We want to go. No, without you, how can we perform sacrifice? You perform sacrifice or don't perform sacrifice? It's none of our business. We want to go to Krishna." Although they were forbidden by friends and relatives, nevertheless they cut connection with them. They directly went to Krishna, and Krishna received them and said, "It's good that all the way you have come to give me food. Now, please kindly go back home, because your husband's family members are waiting for you in order to perform sacrifice. No, you should be with them." So this woman said, "No, no, we can't go back. You can't cheat us. Don't tell all things and all. We left everything. We cut off, divorced our connection with our family members. No, we cannot cheat us. We cannot go back. We cannot go to our husband. Nobody will accept us. We have already cut our connection. Therefore, please accept us. We want to be with you. We don't want to go anywhere." And Krishna said, "No, no. So devotion means not that you have to be physically with me. Devotion means you can be anywhere. You simply think of me, chant my names, meditate upon me, hear my glories. In this way, you will constantly remain or united with me, not by being physically present. Don't worry, you should go." So Krishna advised the gopis to go. When you go, don't worry. Your family members put red carpet and receive you. Don't worry. So woman went, and the Brahmanas received that. They did not feel any wrong with the wife of the woman. So they continued the sacrifice. After performing sacrifice, the Brahmanas regretted very much. And they thought, they see this woman, they're all women, and nevertheless they developed unalloyed devotion for Krishna. They were ready to cut off our connection. What is the use of being born in the family of Brahmanas? We never developed even little bit of devotion to Krishna. They started condemning themselves. To hell with being born in the family of Brahmanas. To hell with the knowledge of the Vedas. What is the use of studying all the Vedas? To hell with the performance of sacrifice. To hell with the chanting of mantras perfectly. What is the use of all these things? We have not developed love for Krishna. You see, our wives, they did not undergo training under the guidance of a spiritual master. Neither they underwent a training of brahmacharinis in the ashram of Guru, nor they were expert in Vedas, nor they can pronounce mantras, chant mantras, nor they can perform sacrifice. They don't know anything. Nevertheless, they developed love for Krishna, unalloyed love for Krishna. Whereas we have not understood the goal of life. We have not understood the goal of life. They understood the goal of life. Although they are women, although we are Brahmanas, we learned the Vedas. Nevertheless, we do not know what is the goal of life. The goal of life is to go back home, back to Godhead, and serve Krishna. That is the goal of life. We have not understood because we have been attached to this materialistic way of life. Anyone who's attached to materialistic way of life, karma kanda portion of the Vedas, they cannot appreciate the glories of devotional service. They cannot appreciate the glories of devotional service. The Brahmanas regretted for their mistake. So from this we can understand, one need not have any education or taking birth in a good family. Anybody can attain the ultimate goal of life just by developing love for Krishna. Therefore, Shubhodaya Goswami says that intelligent person should endeavor only for bare necessities of life and never endeavor for unwanted things. One should endeavor for bare necessities of life, and unnecessarily we should not waste our time in accumulating wealth or acquiring this post, this power, so that I can show who I am, this and all unwanted thing. So Narada Muni says in the Bhagavatam, Tasyaiva hetu prayateda kovido nal ebedya yad brahmatam upariyada tal labhyate dukkavat anyata sukham kalena sarvatra gabira ramasa. He says, those who are intelligent and philosophically inclined, they should endeavor only for the purposeful end, which is not attainable even from the topmost loka to bottommost loka, from the Brahma loka to Pata loka. One should endeavor only which ends with meaningful life that cannot be obtained even the Brahmaloka to from Brahmaloka to Pataloka. So from Brahmaloka to Pataloka, everywhere this birth, old age, disease, death. Of course, Brahmaloka there is no old age, no there is no disease, but death is there. But all other planet, this all things are there: birth, old age, disease, and death. So, an intelligent person should work in such a way that he should go to eternal place where there is no birth, old age, disease, death, and enjoy eternal life. That is the duty of an intelligent person. Should not work hard to go to some planets and enjoy for some short time and come back. No, intelligent person should endeavor to achieve something tangible which is not obtainable even Brahmaloka. That is eternal life, eternal blissful life in the association of the Lord. That is not there even the Brahmaloka. As far as happiness is concerned, we can obtain the happiness in due course of time. There is no need to endeavor because every one of us work hard, try our best in order to enjoy life. Narada Muni says there is no need to endeavor hard to enjoy life. Happiness will come automatically on its own. You need not to endeavor. Just like we get miseries, we don't endeavor. Without our endeavor, we get miseries. When miseries comes on its own, why can't happiness? Therefore, intelligent person will not try to work hard in order to become happy, because happiness automatically will come. So rather, it will work in such a way that we will go back home, back to Godhead. He'll go back home, back to Godhead. So each and every moment is important. Therefore, intelligent person does not spend even 1 minute for nothing. Chanakya says, Ayushu Shanayokopi, Ayushu Shanayokopi, Nallabye Swarnakotibi, Nache Neratakam Neti, Kachahanis Tatodika. Even one moment, Kshana, spent uselessly, cannot be regained by spending Sarna Kotipi, millions of gold coins. So, how much importance is the value of that time if is spent uselessly? So, Chanakya Pandita says each and every moment is important because we are dying, we are approaching our death. Every minute is becoming less. Therefore, we should use each and every moment to achieve the desired goal of life, that is going back to the abode of Lord. We should not waste our time unnecessarily. There was one king who was very much greedy. He wanted to conquer more and more kingdom, expand his wealth, treasury. And one saintly person was there in the same kingdom. And he wanted to come to the king and try to explain about the nature of this life. Unnecessarily don't waste your time in expanding your kingdom. Rather, whatever you have got, be happy with that and devote to Lord. The king, being a materialist, he did not appreciate the valuable instruction of the saintly person. Although he had some kind of inclination to sadhus, we also go to many places, rich people, politicians, and many people, donors' house. big donor's house. So when we say, they may appreciate, but they don't want to take the instruction because they've got goal. I want to become CMD. So if they hear us, they will lose all the spirit and all. So they don't want to sit and discuss because we'll demotivate them. They feel that if I hear all things and all, I will not become a CMD. Rather, I'll become sadhu. Or I may take Jabamala and chant. This is what they think. So similarly, the king also felt he's not very much inclined. Nevertheless, he want to do just like donors give money. They don't want to hear from us, but Swamiji want the money, we'll give money. But they are not much eager to hear. Similarly, the king also, Sadhu, what do you want? I am ready to do. Please tell me. So since the Sadhu requested him to accept the spiritual knowledge, he was not ready to do. Then Sadhu requested, my dear king, since you have got vast kingdom, you have got a lot of job. I have got one foolish disciple. Can you give some job to him? So king happily agreed. I want to serve. So then the next day, the Sankey person sent his foolish disciple to king. The king received, and since he knew that already he is a fool and he can't give him a good job, so he told the foolish person, foolish man. So he gave one stick and asked him to carry a stick over his head like this and go around the kingdom and come every month and take your salary. So the foolish person would take the stick and keep over his head and walk, and everyone would laugh at him, make a fun of him. So even the ministers, king, everyone would make fun of him to see such a fool. Nevertheless, the person was very peaceful because he was doing his job, and they would come every month and take salary and go. Due course of time passed. The king actually was on the deathbed, and he called all the people, friends, relatives, ministers, all the people he saw, and he had some kind of affection for the foolish disciple also, foolish servant also, employee also, because he has been faithfully doing whatever he has been asked. So he told some of his people to go and bring the person and tell that I'm leaving. So the servant of the king went and informed that our king is leaving the world. He wants to see you. So immediately the foolish person came and said, "O king, I heard that you are leaving somewhere. So why can't you take some nice foodstuff with you so that you can enjoy on the way?" He said, "Foolish, you can't understand all things. I cannot take any food like this." The foolish person thought maybe it may get spoiled. Probably better you have got so many cooks. You can take some cooks along with you so that whenever you want, you can cook and give you. Rascal, you don't understand. I cannot take cooks also. Oh, at least somebody has to give company to you, to talk to you, to support you. Why can't you take many? You have got many sons. Why can't you take some sons with you? Again, you are proving like a rascal. I can't take any of my sons. Okay, then at least you take your queens. You've got many queens. One queen you can take with you, He said, I can't take anybody. I can't take anybody. So then he said, anyway, you are full, you can't understand. Since you worked hard, so I want to give some gift. So he told some of his servant to bring some gold coin filled with in a bag. So the bag they brought and gave the king. The king gave to the foolish man. Please take this because you sincerely served. Now you please find out one more fool who is greater than you. Who is greater than you? One more fool. Find out a fool who is greater than you and hand over the stick to him, and you can leave. Take this lump sum of money and go. So this foolish man handed over the stick to the king. You keep. The king was shocked, horrified. How dare you call me that I'm a fool? That also greater fool than you. The foolish person said, yes, my dear king, actually you are greater fool than me. I was getting my salary. I was very peaceful. I was going and doing my job. Whereas you worked very hard, day night, not to increase your empire, opulent life. But you increase so much. You got many children, many king, many ministers, many horses. Kingdom is more, wealth is more. You have got queens. You can't even take one rasagula with you. So, what is the use of your hard work? What is the value of your hard work? Simply, you wasted your life. Therefore, you are greater fool than me. The king had some intelligence. Immediately could understand. Come on, tell me who you are. You cannot be a fool. So then that disciple, that foolish person said, actually, my spiritual master came to you to instruct you. You are not ready to hear. Therefore, he sent me to teach you the lesson. So from this, we can understand from this king, he worked very hard. He achieved the exalted position, being a king. Nevertheless, is a fool number one. Why? Because there is no use of accumulating wealth when one is about to die. We cannot take even one paisa with us. Therefore, no intelligent person will work hard to achieve something which is meaningless. Which is meaningless. Keeping the empire is meaningless because I'm not going to enjoy. Once I die, everything is gone. So therefore, Narada Muni says, intelligent person should endeavor only to achieve which is purposeful end. It's the most important thing. Then next Shivadeva Goswami says, we should utilize whatever things available readily, provided by the laws of nature, and be satisfied. Be satisfied and use each and every moment for spiritual life and go back home, back to Godhead. We have got vegetables, fruits, milk, trees to give good air, and rivers to provide good water to drink. And moreover, Lord gives protection to the surrendered souls. So therefore, there is no need to go to flatter anybody. Generally, sometimes people, so-called sannyasis, they wear some saffron. They go to some householders and glorify them. Glorify them, so you are so great. You are like a pari or something like a what is that name? Shibi, to flatter to get something. But actually, the renounced order of life is not meant for going flattering people. The renounced order of life, particularly the sannyasi, he goes to the householder to beg. Actually, it's not a begging. The sannyasi is going to the house of householders not for begging, nevertheless to give the knowledge, transcendental knowledge to the householder. A grasta should take the opportunity, grab the opportunity to receive the saintly sadhus, means saintly people, and serve them and inquire from them, hear from them about Krishna. So it's a duty of a grasta or householders to invite sadhus and provide what they require and hear from them. In this way, grastas can become free from all material attachment and become eligible to go back home, back to God. By hearing about Krishna Katha from the sannyasis, householders develop detachment, the fast track mode. So therefore, sannyasis going to the house of grasas is not a benefit of sannyasi. Actually, so-called sadhus, they are called a parasites. Parasite means one who takes advantage from the society and does not contribute to the society. Parasite, one who does not give any contribution to society but take advantage from the society, is called a parasite. Sannyas is not a parasite. Devotees are not parasite because they give contribution, highest contribution to the society. That is called Krishna consciousness. This is a real welfare activity. So for sannyasis, actually, they can be satisfied anywhere because when they feel hungry, go to some tree. A lot of fruits are there, vegetables are there. Take some fruits and eat. Feel thirsty. River is there. Take water. There's a place to live in the forest. There are mountains, caves. So within the cave, a person can live. Sannyasi can live. He does not require to work hard to maintain his life. Naturally, he can get anything, everything to maintain his life. So one has to maintain his body. We should be happy, satisfied with a sadhu. A sannyasi should be satisfied with whatever is available in the nature. And one stays in the cave in the mountain. So Lord gives direction. Is a Paramatma. Sometimes wild animals will be there in the forest. So the wild animals, nothing. Wild animals will not harm the sannyasis, sadhus, because Lord, being a Paramatma, instruct the animals, don't disturb this person. Don't, like, just like we can see, like a Duru Maharaja, he was in the forest meditating upon the Lord for 6 months. He was not afraid of anything. Oh, what will happen? Some fox will come and attack, or if a tiger comes and attack, or if a lion comes and attacks. They are not bothered. Because Lord takes care of the surrendered souls. And Lord protects them. Lord is there as a Paramatma in the devotee and as a Paramatma in the animals or even snakes. The best example is Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, he also was living in the cave, and the co-partner was a venomous snake, powerful snake, that also was living in the cave. And people would come and meet Haridas Thakur. Sometimes devotees would come and meet Haridas Thakur. And they were scared because the snake would come and go. And they were scared to come. And they came and told Haridas, we want to come and take your association, but we are very much afraid by seeing the venomous snake. So then Haridas Thakur, they suggested better you can move the place so that other people can come freely without any fear and meet you and take your association. So then Haridas Thakur decided to leave this place, the cave. So suddenly, all of a sudden, in the presence of all the people, the snake crawled out of this cave and went somewhere. So Lord, being a Paramatma, instructed the snake, leave this place for my devotees. You leave and go somewhere else. So Lord instruct other jivas not to disturb devotees. He protects surrendered souls. So therefore, sannyasi should not be afraid of anything. He knows that Lord is with me and I am not alone. Sannyasi should live alone. Actually, he does not live alone. He lives with Paramatma. He lives with Paramatma. He should have that confidence that Lord protects me. Lord will take care of me. If he does not come to this understanding, then he should not take the runs order of life. He should not take sannyasa. So that's one. The next. So being satisfied with whatever is available in the nature, one must render service unto the super soul situated in one's own heart, because his supreme personality of Godhead and his ultimate goal of life, and worshipping him, one can put an end to those material miseries. So we have got each and every jiva has got a relationship with the Lord. Every jiva has got relationship with the Lord, but now it's misplaced. So we think she is my wife, he is my husband, they are my children, and I am connected to them. Therefore, we spend all our time in taking care of our families, society, community, forgetting about our intimate relationship with the super soul. Is our eternal father, is our eternal guide, eternal friend, who is always with us. So one should worship that super soul. By worshipping the super soul, one can attain peace, and one can attain is about Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Ishvara Sarva Bhutana Hrideshwarjun Tishtadi Brahmin Sarva Bhutani Yantra Rudani Maya. O Arjuna, the Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, is directing all the wandering of the all living entities who are seated on a mission which is made of material energy. This body is made of material energy. So he's directing all the living entities, wandering living entities. Tameva Sharanam Gacha Sarva Bhavaina Bharata. Tat Prasada Param Shanti Sthanam Prapsadi Shashvatam. He says, my dear Arjuna, you surrender unto the super soul, the Supreme Lord who is within your heart. And by His grace, you will attain a peace and eternal abode, which is transcendental. So, one has to worship the super soul. By His mercy, one can attain liberation. This is what Shukadeva Goswami says. This, but our the gross materialist devotees appreciate this method. However, the gross materialist who have no attachment for the Lord, they do not accept, appreciate, do not accept or appreciate the glories of Bhakti Yoga or path of liberation. They are simply attached to Karma Kanda portion of the Vedas. Therefore, they are bereft of all intelligence. So next, Shukadeva Goswami explains next subject matter about the advanced yogis meditate upon the super soul, whereas those who are not advanced, they meditate upon Virat Rupa. So next, Shukadeva Goswami explains about the super soul, the feature of the super soul. Advanced yogis meditate upon the Lord who is residing within the heart, with four hands carrying Shanku Chakra, Gada Padma. One has to meditate upon the super soul, Paramatma feature of the Lord, and his dimension is 8 inches. 8 inches, the Paramatma dimension is 8 inches, and he wears different ornaments. The descriptions are there. Please go through the description. We don't have time. So all the descriptions are there. How to meditate upon the Paramatma, his dress, his jewelry, and his waist, how is that, his lotus feet. All things are explained. How a yogi, advanced yogi, should meditate upon the Paramatma feature of the Lord. Actually, the process of meditation should begin from the lotus feet of the Lord, gradually to the up to the smiling face. So, from the more one fixes mind upon the lotus feet or thigh or abdomen or chest, the more one becomes purified. So one should concentrate more on the different limbs of the Lord. That will purify our consciousness. And one should not abruptly jump to the smiling face of the Lord. Slowly, from the lotus feet, should go. Actually, according to the Bhagavata school, it is said the smiling face of the Lord is the Rasa Leela of the Lord. Therefore, one should not directly jump to the Rasa Leela. One has to see the lotus feet. That is the first canto, second canto of the Bhagavatam. First canto, second canto is called the lotus feet of the Lord. So gradually we should go by reading first canto, second canto, third canto, fourth canto. After reaching 10th canto, by rendering service unto the Lord, one gradually purifies. The purified state, one can hear Rasa Leela. But when there is a contamination, when we hear Rasa Leela, we'll get diverted. We will consider Krishna is an ordinary person. So when he enjoys with woman, why I should not enjoy? Is my father, I am his son. When my father enjoys being a son, why should I not enjoy? This kind of thoughts can come. And as a result, we'll lose our consciousness. Therefore, it is recommended one should slowly go chapter after chapter, then finally reach a 10th canto. And here, from the advanced devotees, one should not go to professionals who does not know anything about philosophy and they talk about Rasalila. It will contaminate our consciousness. So one should be very, very careful. One should not directly jump to 10th standard or, sorry, 10th canto, or directly, when you go to temple, directly we should not look at the face of the Lord. We should go, start our vision, look at the feet, then thighs, means abdomen, chest, then smiling face of the Lord. This is the way one should look at the deities. So but those who are materially engrossed, they are not recommended. Those who are materially engrossed, they are not recommended to worship Radha Krishna or Vishnu form of God. Rather, they are advised to worship or meditate upon Virat Rupa of the Lord. So unless the gross materialist develops love for the Supreme Lord, he should meditate upon the Virat Rupa of the Lord. This is meant for one who is not advanced. Those who are advanced, they should meditate upon the different limbs of the Lord, and by doing this, they can go back home back to Godhead. They can fix their mind upon the Lord and go back home back to Godhead. So now Krishna explains the practice and process of leaving the world by the advanced yogi. How he leaves the world by practicing the yoga, that is Ashtanga yoga. How by fixing our mind upon the form of the Lord, one can leave, one can attain liberation. So when one decides to give up the body by Bhakti Mishra Yoga, the Sanal Mishra, mixed, not pure Bhakti, mixed with yoga, Bhakti mixed with yoga, should follow the Ashtanga yoga system from Yama to Pratyahara. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, then Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. These are the 8 stages. So Yama means should leave, go to forest. Niyama means to take bath and being fresh. Then pranayama, then chant. So asana means sit in the purified place and properly sit. And pranayama, by chanting Om, he does pranayama. Then pratyahara stage. Pratyahara stage means he withdraws mind from external things. Then comes to dharana stage. So the dharana stage only, there's a 2 division. So one goes to next level, that is dhyana, dhyana, and after that he leaves the world, meditation, then samadhi, then he goes to the abode of the Lord. So through different Shat Chakra process of leaving the world. So other person who's not purified, one who's attached, he is recommended to worship that meditate upon Virat Rupa of the Lord, and he gradually attains liberation. So both the people, whether one meditates on Virat Rupa or one meditates on the Paramatma, all of them, the 2 categories of people have to go through Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara. Dharana stage only, these 2 people are getting diverted. Now I'll show this picture. You can see that. So here is the Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara. So both of them have to practice, advanced yogi or not advanced yogi. Both of them have to practice up to this point. So when there is a desire to enjoy or some independent desire, for him it is recommended. He is not detached, he is attached. Therefore, for him is recommended to meditate on Virat Rupa. If he doesn't have any desire, no desire, then directly this dharana stage, he fixes his mind upon Paramatma different limbs of the Lord and goes to dhyana. So because he is detached, he doesn't have any kind of attachment. So he fixes his mind completely upon the form of the Lord and goes to samadhi. Samadhi means he attains his consciousness, uh, aligns his consciousness with the Paramatma consciousness. That means it does not become one with the Paramatma, but his interest and the Paramatma interest is one, aligning. That's called samadhi. And in the stage, he attained Brahman realization. So then, after attaining Brahman realization, then through this Shat Chakra Yoga, he uplifts the prana from the Mooladhara. There are 6 kind of chakras are there. Mooladhara, that's called almost it's the bottom. It's an anus, near anus is there. That's prana vayu. The chakra is there. He lifts this prana vayu from there to Swadhisthana chakra. The next Manipura chakra, then Anahata chakra, then Vishuddha chakra, then Agnya chakra. This is called here. This one chakra is called Agnya chakra between the eyebrows. Slowly from the abdomen, which is anus, that chakra, through this process, he lifts this prana vayu. He lifts the prana vayu and goes to the top, and he makes the hole top. There is a cerebral pit is there. Through the cerebral pit, he punctures the hole and goes to the place wherever he wants. So share the screen. I think I'm supposed to. You see here, I forgot to share the screen. So you see this yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, and here comes desire. Here, when there is a desire, ego worship Virat Rupa. If there is no desire, Paramatma feature, then dhyana, then samadhi, then Brahman realization. After Brahman realization, he through the process of Shat Chakra Yoga, he uplifts the prana from the Mooladhara to Agnya. Agnya means the chakra is between the eyebrows. From here, he takes and makes a hole top of the skull and leaves from this place and goes to any planet, whichever planet he may desire. He maybe go to Brahma Loka, he may to Vaikuntha Loka or Krishna Loka, whichever he has got desire, because it's he loves Lord, he remembers the Lord, and whatever desire he has got at the time, means whichever planets wants to go, he can go. So finally, he attains liberation. And those who are attached, if they are not able to give up still the desire, if they, for example, after meditating upon Virat Rupa, they have no desire, again they'll go to Paramatma realization and come back and attain liberation. But still they have got some kind of desire. Then they go to Vaishvanara Loka. Then next is Shishumara Loka. The next they go to Maharaloka. Then Brahma Loka. Then after Brahma Loka, if they want to, after reaching Brahma Loka, actually, okay, we have seen this one. Okay, after reaching Brahma Loka, if somebody wants to stay in the Brahma Loka till the lifetime of Brahma, he can stay in the Brahma Loka till lifetime of Brahma. Or he wants to go back to Godhead, then he leaves the Brahma Loka. This is actually the Brahma Loka is the highest planet in the material universe. Beyond this material universe, there are 7 layers of covering. 7 layers of covering, beginning with earth, then after earth, 10 times more than earth is water. Then after that fire, then air, then ether, then false ego, then Mahatattva. So he crossed all these things and last he attains liberation. At last he attains liberation. It's called Krama Mukti. Krama Mukti means gradual liberation. This is called direct liberation. Anyone who fixes his mind upon Paramatma feature of the Lord, he attains liberation directly. On the other hand, one who's not advanced, one who's not detached, is recommended to worship Virat Rupa, and he gradually attains liberation. So this is the way it works. Actually, this when the yogi leaves the world, he takes the prana vayu through cerebral hole, top of the skull, leaves. Actually, there are 7 openings are there. 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ear, and 1 mouth. So generally, prana vayu leaves through mouth for common people. Whereas for advanced yogi, one was controlled. He can take the prana vayu through top Agna chakra, and finally he can make the hole on the top of the skull and puncture the skull and go to desired planet, go to Vaikuntha Loka. So this is a way advanced yogi lives, and one who's not advanced, like one who's meditate upon Virat Rupa, he also lives, means achieve liberation gradually, not directly. That's the thing. So we don't have time to describe more. And finally, Shukadeva Goswami explained the path of Astanga Yoga, which was preferred by some of the sages in the Naimisharanya. Sorry, not Naimisharanya. This is a Shukadeva, that's Naimisharanya is there. Okay, where Parikshit was there. So now Shukadeva Goswami is going to explain about his opinion. He explained so far about the process of attaining liberation through Astanga Yoga or Virat Rupa. Now he is going to give his own opinion to Maharaja Parikshit question. What's the ultimate unalloyed duty of everyone, especially one who's about to die? What a man should chant, remember, and hear, and what he should not do. That Shukadeva Goswami is going to explain now. So actually he says, those who are wandering this universe, there's no more auspicious path other than direct devotional service unto Lord Krishna or Vishnu. So the devotional service is the auspicious path. This is the best among all the paths, because this whether we have one meditate upon Virat Rupa or Brahman or Paramatma, it's very, very difficult process. It's a tedious process. Actually, I have not explained all things about the Virat Rupa because we don't have time to explain. It will take a lot of time. So it's very, very tough. It will take long time. So one has to go to first, before going to Brahma Loka, first he goes to Vaishvanara Loka. Then there he purifies all the contamination, whatever desire is there. Then Shishumara, the pole star. Then next go to Maharloka, and next go to Brahmaloka. The Brahmaloka he lives for a long time. If you want to stay, you can stay in the Brahmaloka for 311 trillion and 40 billion years. He can stay. It's choice. If you want to go, he can go. So it takes so much time, lot of effort. Whereas Bhakti Yoga, simply by the practice of Bhakti Yoga, can quickly transfer himself to the abode of Lord Krishna, Golaka Vrindavan. Therefore, Shukadeva Goswami stresses this point. It's very, very auspicious. Best among all the path. He wanted Parikshit Maharaj to take up the path of Bhakti Yoga. Therefore, he says, Brahma says, Bhagavan Brahma Karsnena, Shukadeva Goswami says, Bhagavan Brahma Karsnena Fir Anvikshya Manishya Tad Adhyavasyat Kutosto Ratir Atman Eto Bhavet. Lord Brahma, with great attention and concentration, studied Vedas very scrutinizingly 3 times. Studied Vedas 3 times very scrutinizingly. Like just a scientist not trying to understand the philosophy, various subject matter, sit and think different way. 3 times studied. After studying with attention and concentration, he ascertained, he came to the conclusion that attraction for Lord Krishna is the highest perfection of religion. There is nothing beyond this. The highest perfection of religion is developing attraction for Krishna. Just like Parikshit Maharaj. He developed wholehearted attraction for Krishna. As a result, he gave deep-rooted connection for all his family members, like a wife. Generally, everyone is attached to wife, children. Deep-rooted connection is there. One may give up connection with the worldly people, but one cannot have connection with wife or husband or children. Very intimate connection, because it developed wholehearted connection, attraction for the wholehearted attraction for Krishna. He was able to give up deep-rooted attraction for his wife, children, empire, kingdom, friends, minister, everything. Why? Because he developed love for Krishna. If one develops love for Krishna, he can easily give up attraction for others. So this is like a measuring thing, whether we develop love for Krishna or not. With this, we can conclude, because still we have got so much attachment. It's not so easy to give up attachment. We may give attachment here and there. Somewhere will be caught. Somewhere will be attached. So by the process of bhakti, one can gradually gain detachment from all these things. The next, even Haridas Thakur was exalted devotee. When a beautiful prostitute came and she demonstrated her wonderful bodily features to bewilder Haridas Thakur, he was not bewildered. He was not attracted to the beautiful bodily feature of this woman. Rather, because he was so much attracted to Lord, he developed so much love for the Lord, and he did not care for this woman. Rather, he converted to Mahabhagavata. He converted this prostitute as Mahabhagavata. Why? Because he developed attraction for Krishna. Therefore, he gave the attraction for this material body. Then Shukadeva Goswami concludes, therefore, Tasmat Sarvatmana Rajan Harir Sarvatra Sarvada Shrotavya Kirtitavyascha Smartavyo Bhagavan Nirna. So the previous chapter also, similar word Shukadeva Goswami used, same word, Shrotavya, Kirtitavya, Smartavya. So once again he reiterates the same point here. Therefore, it is essential for every human being. Essential for every human being. What? Must hear, Shrotavya, Kirtitavya, glorify, and Smartavya, remember Lord Hari everywhere. Always, everywhere one should remember, glorify, and hear about the Lord. So there are devotional service consists of 9 process: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Sparanam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Mantram, Dasam, Sakyam, Atmani Vedanam. So one should practice either 9 or some, or at least 1. By the practice of devotional service, one gets purified. It purifies his consciousness. And as a result, it becomes free from all anarthas. So all the acharyas, when we see like Ramanuja, Madhvacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Goswamis, Nimbarka, Bhakti Sahasra Thakur, even Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, everyone glorified the Lord. Everyone, because they heard properly and they glorified the Lord everywhere without seeing the time and place. So among all the process, hearing is most important. Among all the 9 process, hearing is most important. But hearing becomes fixed when one chants properly. One chants properly, then you'll be able to hear properly. If you one chants properly, we'll be able to hear properly. So if one hears the proper message from the proper source, then his knowledge becomes fixed and he'll be able to glorify. So Chaitanya Prabhu also says, one was taken birth in the Bharatavarsha, must accept Krishna consciousness, practice Krishna consciousness, and preach. So we should hear, practice, chant, and preach. So this will do good to everyone. This will purify the entire atmosphere. Chanting the holy name, glorifying the Lord is very, very auspicious to the entire world. Chanting and Sankirtana movement, glorifying the Lord, is a very, very auspicious thing for the entire world. So, therefore, Shukadeva Goswami concludes in this chapter that by practicing the sadhana bhakti, chanting, remembering, and glorifying the Lord, so one purifies the material consciousness, material enjoyment, polluted consciousness. Our consciousness is polluted now. So by practicing the sadhana bhakti, one can purify the polluted consciousness, which is called material enjoyment. And as a result, he becomes eligible to go back home, back to Godhead. So this is a result of sadhana bhakti. One should hear. So hearing is very, very important. And so one who religious, one who gives oral reception, one who gives oral reception to the message of the Lord, like a Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, he quickly becomes purified and becomes eligible to go back home, back to Godhead. So in the Bhagavatam, very second verse, it is said, Dharma projita kaitaro atra paramo nirmastranam satam vedyam vastam atra vastu shivadam tapa treyam mulam. Shrimad Bhagavati Mahamunikre Kimma Parair Ishvara Sadaya Rudya Avadrutyati Atra Kritrivi Shushri Takshanat. So, in the very second verse, it is said, this Bhagavata Purana rejects all kinds of cheating religion which are materially motivated. It performs the highest truth. And this can be understood only by Paramahamsas, one who's free from all material desires, one who was not having any material desires, pure in heart. Only they can understand Bhagavata Purana. Because it uproots threefold miseries. This Bhagavata Purana uproots Tapatrayo Unmolanam. It uproots this Adhyatmika, Adibhautika, Adivika. It makes one go back home, back to Godhead. This Bhagavata Purana was compiled by Vyasadeva when he attained maturity. Therefore, there is no need to read any other literature. There's no need to hear any other literature except this one Bhagavatam. This one Bhagavatam is enough for us to go back home, back to Godhead. Why? It's filled full of realization of Vyasadeva. And it describes how the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. When we give our attention, when one attentively, submissively hear this message of Bhagavata Purana, the Lord, who is established in art, he becomes pleased. He becomes pleased. When we hear Bhagavata Purana regularly, Lord becomes pleased and devotional service is established within our hearts. This is what Shukadeva Goswami concludes in this chapter. So the summary is, intelligent person rejects Karma Kanda portion of the Vedas, which recommends to go to heavenly planets to enjoy sense gratification and opulent life, but it's not permanent. Therefore, intelligent people will not prefer. Only those who are materialist, who have no devotion, no taste for spiritual life, particularly devotional service, he hanker after this kind of heavenly pleasures. And second section, advanced yogi, he fixes his mind upon that form, Paramatma feature of the Lord and attain liberation. And one who is not advanced is recommended to worship Virat Rupa and gradually attain liberation. It takes much time. So among all the paths, this Bhakti Yoga is the best and the most auspicious. Simply by chanting and hearing, one can purify one's consciousness, polluted consciousness, and becomes eligible to go back home, back to Godhead. This is some and substance of this chapter. Hare Krishna. Thank you.